Brooklyn Independent Television.
Part general store and part gallery, the Everbrite Mercantile Company is curated by artist Mollie Dash and is utterly unique, to say the least. With a mega eclectic collection that spans vintage to new, artsy to household, you can't help but take a peek inside. So, let's go shopping, Red Hook style.
My name's Mollie Dash. I'm the co-owner of Everbrite Mercantile Company in Red Hook, Brooklyn. And we're a store, art gallery, free performance space, and free arcade. We keep the inventory changing constantly, and it's the collection of myself and my partner, Brian Mouse. The name comes from my father's business. He had a printing company in Philadelphia, and it was called Everbrite Printing Company.
At first, we had mostly new items, and then we sort of expanded the collection to have a lot more vintage things. I started bringing in some items from my former expertise of working on cameras and doing technical things. So yeah, I brought in a lot of things like cameras and video games. The store is sort of a combination between Mollie's aesthetic and my own. Most of the things she chooses, like the jewelry, the clothing, almost everything except for the technical things that I pull in.
I had been a jewelry designer for about, 7 to 10 years before we launched the business, and I always loved bringing eclectic elements together for design, and then it just kind of grew from there. So my taste is that way, so then our store ended up being a collection of different things that we like.
There's this thing where people get like pulled out of themselves and like engage in the objects. Their defenses just come right down, like, oh, what's this? And yeah. People react in different ways like that.
Welcome to Everbrite Mercantile Company. This is our clothing and accessory section. We have a variety of some men's, women's, vintage, new, pre-worn, secondhand stuff. So we have dresses over here. I have some trench coats, which are great for early fall. Everything we try to keep reasonably priced for Red Hook shoppers. Some high-heeled sneakers, some wool, some independent designers that went out of business years ago. We have this Brooklyn company called Pop Chart Lab, which has the old Brooklyn map, and you've got like a Patriot down there with his boombox. Got some men's vintage Western shirts are always popular for guys. Nice to have a little variety for men. Over here, we have a little bit of an overflow of the camera section. We have vintage cameras. We have a variety of lenses that we also sell. We have Japanese planters, the mansion planter and the truss planter. We have these vintage Japanese lighters. They're all in working order. Got some Anchor coffee mugs. And now we'll go over to the bath and body section. So here we have our bath and body section. We have a lot of products that are natural, try to keep as many natural products in the store as possible. Just really high quality, nice items. We have a line from Brooklyn called Jow, which has an interesting story. The founder of the company, her father is a retired pharmaceutical chemist. The product she started with is the Jow Refresher. It has lavender and rosemary and eucalyptus and all kinds of really nice smelling botanicals that are good for the skin. We have the Jow Alp scent, which is a nice unisex scent. Our best-selling Jow product is the Jow Goey Oil. It sinks really well into the skin. We've got Tabiano soap, which is one of my favorite products from northern Italy. It's a sulfur-based soap, but it also has a scent of lemon to balance out the sulfur. So it kind of reminds you of being in a sulfur spa. And we have the Bateau toothpaste, which is supposed to be the oldest toothpaste in the world. It has a base of gillyflower and clove, and it's a really nice, refreshing toothpaste. You only need a tiny little bit. And now we're going to go over to one of our jewelry cases. The newest designer we have is Dana Seaman. This one's oxidized with an enamel finish. Dana has cast shark cartilage for these rings. And we also have her necklaces, which are the shark vertebrae. We also have Kyle Mead. Some rings he's created, they're cast in sterling silver, but the original model was cast from a car key, vintage car keys. So this one looks like a Chevy car key from an old Chevrolet. And we have Andrew Clark, who makes these all handmade, one of a kind. These are the brass, he calls these bling rings, and we have Andrew Clark's bling necklaces also in the store. We chose Red Hook because we had moved to the neighborhood. We had launched the store as a website a year before. We hadn't initially considered Red Hook because we thought it would be a little bit too quiet, so we looked around different Brooklyn neighborhoods. Most of the rents were out of our price range and decided, well, let's give it a chance. And the people in Red Hook have been very receptive. We kind of fit into the strangeness of Red Hook. Just a lot of artists live here. It's the kind of place in New York City that is opposite of the reason why a lot of people move to New York City. It's not convenient. It's not full of everything you could need at your fingertips like most residents of New York City love. We kind of fit in that respect. We started sectioning off part of the store as an art gallery a few months ago. We had launched with an art show in the spring.
Having art in the back and having performances sort of balances out the space, gives us like something else to do, and it allows us to bring friends, acquaintances, and other people in who want to showcase their talents.
We've scheduled one show a month. We've built the gallery to more suit artists and be able to hang work. We both are artists. We both, like to see what other artists are up to and support them and get to hang their work. It's a great opportunity for us because we have so much space. It's the kind of thing that it just seemed natural to hang art shows in this space. I like for our customers to kind of get a sense that there's kind of more to shopping than going in a big box store and grabbing what you need. There are lots of independent local designers. There are old things that are of better quality than the things you can buy now that'll last a long time. Yeah, we offer a little bit of education on what kind of things that are out there that are usable, that people can use in their daily lives, that aren't necessarily modern throwaway products.
Watch this and other Brooklyn Independent Television episodes online at breakartsmedia.org/BIT.